Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a foundational yoga class. I am Aphinya. Thank you so much for joining in and take good care of yourself. If you happen to come from Rising Sun Yoga Studio, we are almost like a year, 1 year that we are not in person in class together. That next week is actually the week that I start doing the like online classes, and it has been since then. It's nothing to celebrate, but I am glad that I commit to be here to first and foremost my own physical and mental health, and any one of you who come along and oh, I hear myself. Give me a second. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being persistent and able to allow the challenge to kind of bring the best of yourself. Pandemic is a trauma, and we lost the gathering, we lost the relationship, and all kind of emotion is come up here and then, and I know that mentally many of us are actually ill and have like a trauma from it already, me included. I know that some weeks are easier than other, but some weeks are not as easy, and I can, like, my anger and my frustration come back up. However, yoga is always bring me back to myself and give me the peace and happiness that I know is always within me, and it's also always within you. That's why we are here. That's why we practice. That's why we don't, give up. Because it's so easy. It's so easy to be drawn out from ourselves and attached to the anger, the frustration, the envy, the like, why this happened to me? Why you do this to me? I know that we can find any reasons to be mad if we wanted to, and we feel that like we are right. However, those characteristics have nothing healthy. It doesn't give us any healthy, it's right, as a result. I don't mean to say that we should not get mad and upset, right? It's happened, we human. However, the problem will come when we start to attach to it. We start to I lost my word. And like, we don't let go of it. We, like, this pandemic, if many of us talking about it, we can keep on, go on and blaming and complaining and da. And that is what caused problem to each individual, that we are slowly and gradually make ourselves sicker and sicker, and we are not actually learn to be in the moment. We now, many of us may have a problem to accept this opening and going out and hanging out with other people again, because we are in this trauma for so long, and we may create fear and anxiety to just go out and go about and hang out and hug people again. That can happen. So having said that, I'm just like go on and on and on and on and on. Maybe because this is like times changing, I'm not ready to teach yet, but I put myself on the mat and teach anyway. So just to emphasize the practice that, bring you to yourself, bring you to an awareness, bring you to the consciousness of your own thinking, to your own feeling of how those is affecting you, and you bring the power from within you. You listen to your intuition and give what good to you is essential. Yoga is one of it. And one of the good thing about yoga is that, we get the physical part of it, but to me, the priority of the yoga practice is the mental practice. And thank you for joining in. Thank you for taking care of yourself. Let's start. Close your eyes, please. Deep breath. In and out through your nose. You bring your focus into yourself, away from your thoughts, away from your feeling. When I say away, it doesn't mean that you not feeling, you're not seeing your thoughts, but you are not gripping on those thinking, on those feelings. You can see them, you can feel them, and you know that those things are not you. If you can feel your spirit and your soul inside of yourself, that even better. Because you know why? Now you know the true you is deep. It's the soul and the spirit that observe, that experience the world. It's not the anger, it's not the happiness, it's not our title, it's not our house, it's not our obsession. Who we are is none of that. It's not our face, it's not our body, but of course we just have to use this vehicle, the so-called the body, to help us move through our daily lives. That's why we also come to yoga, to give this body an ease, which means the flexibility, the mobility, the strength to keep us doing things as humans should do. And when you start to feel calmer and your separation become clearer from your thought and your feeling, then you are able to empower yourself. I am actually calm. I am at peace. I can feel my compassion and love inside of myself. So I don't need to feel shameful when I cannot touch my toes, when I look old, when I'm poor. I don't have to be envy of others. Maybe exhalation maybe help you to relieve and let go of the grief, of the anger, of the frustration. Take control of your power and stop pinpoint to things, to persons that cause you any negative emotions. Empowering yourself to forgive, to trust that it happens for a reason. And you flow in that reasons, with remembering to love yourself. With that in mind, draw your hands together right in front of your heart. And let's chant Om 3 times together, please. Whew. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale, please. And you bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. On your back, please. And please don't fall to sleep. When you're there before me and you know my routine, well, you can elongate your arms and your legs away from one another. Oh my God. Stretch side to side. I always amazed of how my body needs this when I feel like it's okay. You don't need it. Oh. Rock your hips side to side. Keep breathing deep, full, and even. Stop moving your hips, circle your ankles toward one another. I'm yawning. Need the oxygen into my lung. Change the direction, please. You can also exhale through your mouth once in a while as well. It really helps the body to relax even deeper through the nose. Windshield wiper. Now you can shift your arms elsewhere if you like as well. Remember to bring your attention back to your body so you can feel what's happening. You can adjust. You can stop and think, should you do that pose or not? Then we bring the knees together toward the chest. Inhale, opening the knees apart, let them meet, draw them back. Together, repeat, keep breathing. Let's say if today you do not show up, I'm trying to say this to myself as well, the way you want it to be. Love yourself even more so, Just don't blame, don't judge. Change direction. Don't say that you're not good enough. Time like this, show more of the love. Love yourself more, forgive yourself more. Happy baby, hold your feet with your hands, knee outside of your trunk, or use your strap. Rock side to side or not. I have to do a lot of breathing. You go right ankle above of the left knee. Draw the left leg in toward your chest with your own hands or strap. You can hold the chins, hold the thighs, or have your left foot on the floor. Right. The level of the intensity, it will depend on your, the level of your stiffness and your flexibility, and you adjust according to your body. And you gently kind of ask for more, stretch a little deeper. When your body is ready for you to do that. So don't force, don't push. Be respectful. Change side, please. Wow, this is really, really tight. Arms and legs up toward the ceiling. You shake. You can shake, you can circle. You can, go from one to the others. You can do anything else that feels better. I feel like the shaking doesn't give me anything. You can do the leg. Wrist circle. Oh, I still want some stretching. Lengthening. Knee to your chest, rock side to side. When your knees go to the right, next time just roll to it. Come up to a seated position. Find your comfortable seated position. And let's circle your neck and your shoulder, please. Oh. Let's start with my neck first. You can sit cross-legged. You can, opening your legs apart. It's really struggle. I set an alarm at 5:30. I actually woke up before that, and I didn't go back to sleep. I was wide awake. So I realized I actually woke up at 4:30 and beyond. I'm ready to go down to my shoulder. Go up to my neck again. When you're ready to go down to your trunk, you can do that too. Right? Do a circle. You combine this movement, you can go up and down and up, bring that in, bring this in as long as you're safe. and you're mindful with your action, you're good. I get so much from like put my hand down around my back and kind of tilted my head forward. That is like, oh my God, that is my tight spot. One of the tight spots. Because it's not the only one that's tight. Yeah. When you're ready to move forward, you add the side stretch, like you add the twist. Yeah. You keep yawning if you have to. I'm yawning again. Oh my God. Yeah. Mm. Oh, my hamstring just telling me like, can you feel me? I'm twisting. Can you feel me? Yeah. From here, we go to Supta Pada Konasana. So feet together, knees apart. Okay. Sit tall. Or you know what? Let's do, it's called an Omega pose. I don't know why it calls it that way. It's like Supta Pada Konasana, but instead of bring the heels close to your pubic bone, you actually move it right in front of you and create like a lotus flower with your feet, so heels in, toes out, and your legs are in the diamond shape. Okay, so you're gonna hit the lateral sides of your leg even more so. You start once again from, sitting up tall and add going forward and toward the floor, and you can also rock side to side as well. Yeah, this is good. It's like when we do it with the back knee, like one foot forward, one knee back, and we rotate, the front leg to the sides and get the chest down. It's that stretch, but we do two at the same time right here. So don't forget to spread your toes and press the little toe down into the floor. And carefully, you can massage it at two, like if you need it, you massage it like waking up, come up and away from the leg, extend them forward, sitting more into the floor. Shake the legs one more time, hamstring stretch, and core exercise. So inhale, elongate the spine, ribs is in, exhale, we go forward as far as you feel comfortable. Yeah. And then go up and away from the leg, and then we go backward as far as you can go and feel comfortable. Like it's early, so be mindful. Your arms, your hands, do whatever that you are being supported. Hold your hamstring. I am promising myself that keep moving, please, this summer, when we are able to do outdoor yoga again, I'm going to drive to Buffalo and teach those outdoor yoga classes with other teachers. I do not talk to Michael about it yet, but I'm planning to do it. And I think that I will do the 7:30 class, which I normally actually teach that class when I live nearby, but I want to do that still. I love that time in the summer. 3 more, please. and then do the 9:30 class. So I teach 2 classes on Saturday. 11 o'clock is a little bit too late for the summer outside. I said like 2. So let's see how that will manifest, right? From here we go to our hands and knees. Remember to put the blanket on your knees if you need them. You can do fists, flat palms, spinal circulation here. Remember the fastness of your movement is depend on you as well. You don't need to go so fast. You don't need to go so slow. You go what feels right. And maybe, you may miss something, cannot catch up some poses. I just don't feel so bad about it. It's not the end of the world. As long as you come and take this class again and again, your body will get benefit from it. One more. Change direction, please. Child's pose. Move with breath. Inhale, go forward. Round your back up. Arch at the end. Exhale, round your back up to the sky. Go backward. Take child's pose. Keep going, please. Can you give me 2 more after this one? Sit on your child's pose. Move your hands to the right. Let's do side stretch here. Coming back to your body. Again and again, gently, steadily. Other side, please. One more breath. Come back center, up onto your hands and knees. Thread the needle, right hands under. Let's see if I sit toward the heels. I feel. And other side, please. And we go from here to forearm plank pose because I'm not ready to come up yet. Remember, you can have your plank on your knees or tuck your toes under and have your legs straight. You see what level is good for you. And just keep breathing. Go all the way down to the floor. Extend your left hands out to the left. Shoulder height, palm facing down. Turn your body open to the right. Carefully. One more breath. Other side, please. Carefully roll back onto your belly and your chest. Into Ekapada Bikasana. You bend your left knee and hold the foot with the hand. Your right leg, you keep it straight. Be careful when you lean back and grab the foot. Use a strap if you have to. Like your lower back is involved in this. Give yourself the right height. Stay close to the floor if you're really tight. Or it's in the beginning of your practice. I need just a little lift, actually. Yeah. And other side, please. You know what I noticed? I feel like my body struggle more here. I think the tightness, it's give you such a great challenge when you don't like have so much room to move. If I get you into high lunge, which some of us also feel struggle because we use a lot of power, but we have a lot of room to stretch this hip flexor, and I feel like it's much safer to do it that way when you have less flexibility. Yeah, that's what I feel here. Like if your shoulders are tight, your hip flexors are tight, your lower back also weak, and you just combine them together and you just go right into this pose right away. It's not a good recipe. It's good to feel it. And it's look easy, right? You're on your belly, you don't move much, but I don't feel like it's as safe as doing high lunge, which you move a lot more, you use a lot more energy, but it's so much safer. Come away from that. Go up onto your hands and knee. Take child's pose. And come up onto your hands and knee. We step. Let's do this one. Balance on your left hand, left leg. Turn your body open to the right side stretch. One more breath. And go toward the floor. Step your right leg forward. Having said that, come to the ball of your left leg. Use the block if you need to. So we go high lunge. So this is the one I'm talking to. And we stretch the hip flexors again. Hug the thighs. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, length. And you can just do this little. This is good enough for us who are really tight. Length, right? Exhale, lunge. You may feel wobbling, but it feels so much safer to stretch these muscles. But if you have more, flexibility, more mobility, you want to ask more, then you add the arm, you add the curve. Those are going to intensify the stretch. And we actually can move so much that we can find what work for our body, unlike the Ekapada Vikasana is so restricted. It looks easy, but I think it's much harder to stretch the muscle at the beginning of it. Hands come down to the floor. We go into the pyramid pose. Okay, so I will stand a little bit shorter, both legs straight. Left foot point 11 o'clock. Square the hip, hug the thigh, elongate the spine. Remember, if you need more height, those blocks. Bend your knee at first. And stack them as high as you need. And stretch the muscle with breath. And then you shift the height accordingly to how much you can ask out from the muscles. And you have to be mindful when you shift the height of the blocks. Okay, don't fall off the support. Then we cross the left leg behind the right leg. And hug the chins in, elongate the spine, get your body extended toward the leg. You can go side to side if you like. I'm not going to stop you from doing that if it feels good. And just keep elongate the spine downwardly. Inhale, elongate the spine away from the legs, bend the knees, step your left leg back. Have your left knees on the floor, left hands on the floor or the block. Heel toe your right foot to the right slightly, right hand onto your hips. twist to the right. Adjust, twist, and see if you need height, you need more height, you need less height, you need more space, you need less space, and you adjust. Remember to keep your spine elongated. Draw your shoulder blades together back. Your belly doesn't go with your heart. When you get your twist right and you're just done with it, then you can add the right arm. You don't have to. And exhale, untwist. We get the left knees off the floor and we pivot toward the left, have the feet parallel toward one another. And we hug the shins in, push your thighs apart, dangling your body down toward the floor. One breath at a time. And now right here you can add any movement that it feels good for you. Like you can even bend your knee and extend your hip back, chest forward. You can get into the hip stretch here. Or you pull yourself closer to the floor, lower down, back behind you. You can pull yourself toward one leg. Switch to the other side. You can twist your body. And then come away from the stretch, bend the knee, go back toward the front of the mat. Keep your body, diagonal away from your right leg. So we go into lizard pose. Right foot point, diagonal to the right. There. Back leg, knees on the floor. Need height, use height. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. We are not done yet. So we go back to stay balanced on the left side body, left hand, left knee, and we kick the right leg back. Now we're going to add the back bend here. So keep moving your weight toward your left palms and lift your right leg up from the floor. Bend the knee. Hold the foot with the hands or use a strap. Okay? Just as you go. Then you kick the foot into the hands or the strap, engage your core, and turn your body toward the ceiling. It's not going to go all the way there. It just go toward that direction. Now, inhale, you kind of let go slightly, and exhale, you kick and you turn. Remember your trunk, you have to do 2 actions. Your belly is drawn in and your heart is open. Move with the breath, please. You don't need to do really strongly. Just be mindful. Couple more breaths. And then let go of the arms and the legs, lengthening them away from one another. Come toward the floor. And we're going to add thread the needle once again. This one, would you please stack the hip over the knee and lengthening your left hips back. It helps to neutralize the spine from the back bend that we just did. Child's pose, please. Yeah, that was a lot of poses. That is good. Before we go to the other side, inhale, all four. Tuck your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. A little upper body strength here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Please go forward gradually. Flexion your wrist carefully, gradually. Keep going, one breath at a time. Claw the floor with your finger pad strongly. It's really firm there. If you do too much, you cannot breathe and you grip your jaw. That is way too much. Know how to find the balance, right? And of course, the more the weight go there, the more you grip the floor. That is kind of, it makes sense in itself, I hope. Last two. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to underdo it. And it's like, what is that supposed to mean? I cannot tell you. You have to feel it yourself in your body. Child's pose, please. And you have to learn. You have to learn to do it. Oh, I'm still having fun, so I'm not going to get you to the other side yet. Forearm plank pose, please. One more time. Breathe. Because we are so close to the floor, it's like, it's better to go and do some 4 poses. Lift the core, extend the heart forward. Breathing nice and deep. Next exhale. You get yourself down onto your belly and your chest, and you get yourself into cobra pose. Okay. Find your hands, adjust as you go. We're gonna work with the breath. So when you get your palms wherever you need it, forward, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, go down slightly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go down slightly. And you work on opening your heart. Make sure your neck's nice and long. As you move, you adjust, and you feel, and you adjust again. Okay. You learn to get to know your body. You learn to stay away from your thinking. You're just being. Yeah, that's good. Good, 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 good. Keep going, keep going. Give me 2 more breaths. And go down and rest. Stack your hands. Let your forehead on them. Rock your hips side to side. Come up onto your hands and knees. Left leg forward, high lunge. Just blocks if you need them. Tuck your right toes under. Get your right knees on the floor. And you hug your thighs toward the midline of the body. Right. Core in, come up right. Work with the breath. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, length. One more breath here. Then inhale, push into your feet. Kind of come up, go forward. Hands on the block. Step your right foot forward slightly. Land it. Pyramid pose, square the hip, elongate the spine, hug the thighs. And we go into the stretching mode. One breath at a time. And carefully step the right leg forward, cross behind the left. And cross leg uttanasana. And breathe. And stretch. And move around if you have to. Inhale, move up and away from the stretch, knees bend, step your right leg back. Right knee's on the floor, right hand's on the floor. Left leg maybe walk to the left slightly. Left hand onto the hip. We are twisting to the left, okay? Ankle down, hips back, chest extend forward. Neck nice and long. You're twisting. Remember to move both of the shoulder back, especially the bottom. Keep your belly to facing the floor while your chest go to the sky. It's gonna find place itself, but you don't want the belly just take off with the chest. And when you're happy with your twisting, then you can add the arms. One more breath. And you untwist. Tuck your right toes under, get your right knees out from the floor, and you pivot to the right. You have another opportunity. I'm going to face the camera for the moment to do Pasarita Padottanasana. Okay. And maybe do something else. Maybe you can twist your body. You can dangling, or you can do Skandasana or Goddess pose, or maybe you should add that in. I'm just checking my phone because Jeff's phone is ringing sometimes. Some people reach Jeff and want to talk to me. Oh, yeah. Thanks, love. Ready? And then we turn toward the front of the mat. We go into lizard pose, right? Which means that our body is going to go inside of the left leg. And you just can adjust the left leg again. Go down. Oh, yeah. That's good. Just stay right here. Stay calm, stay focused. Just train the mind not to think, maybe, for this class. The more we do it, the easier we are going to be able to kind of work with the mind. So we are not consumed by it 24/7. Can you imagine that? Inhale, come up and away from the floor. You're going to land your right hand down, right knee is on the floor, kick your left leg back. Remember to get the weight into the right hand and get the left leg lift. And you bend the knee, hold the foot with the hands. Or inhale, kick. Exhale, let go. Work from the ground up. Three more. Last one. And extend the arms and the legs away from one another, facing the floor. And we do thread the needle. And untwist. Child's pose, please. You walk your hand back to your knees, sit up and watch me first. I'm going to ask you to do camel, but I'm going to ask you to do the action of the camel. Look at it as you are doing cobra on your knee, okay? Watch first. So we're going to put the block between the thighs. You tuck your toes under. And you have your thumbs on either side of your sacrum. Okay? Because if we do cobra, our hand is here, right? If we're facing the floor, but it just doesn't feel good. You actually can do locust hand, so you can interlace your hands behind your back too, but you have to know that if your lower back are weak and you actually curl up and back and you work against the gravity, your lower back has to be strong enough so you're not going to hurt yourself. That's why thumb on either side of the sacrum will help. These actions right here, when you lengthening your tailbones down, you actually manually supporting your lower back. So you lengthen, as you can see, my belly is go in and my rib is move toward one another, and I grow tall. I draw the shoulder blades back, and then from here, as I push my hip forward, I engage my core, I curve back. And you adjust your hand accordingly. When you feel like you don't feel good anymore, you can maybe slide down. Yeah, this is a little bit more advanced. Or you can just open it up to the side. And you just curve as far back as much as your lower back can take it. And when you're done, don't do it to the point that you lose all the energy. You have some left to get yourself up and forward and sit down. Okay? Here we go. Camel pose. Tuck the thighs. Root the tailbone. That rooting of your tailbone down engage your core is essential. You cannot not do it, okay? And then inhale, lift, opening the heart, draw your shoulders together. And while you curl your chest up and back, you have to counterbalance your weight by moving your hip forward, yeah? If you happen to be strong and your lower back is strong enough, the heels right there, you can maybe try to see if your hand can go there. It should not take too much effort. If it's too much, don't work too hard. Yeah, don't go there. Or you can alternate the hands behind the back. When you're done, remember, give yourself some energy left to go forward. Inhale. And sit down. Now you're going to do child's pose with your knees together. Hand on either side. Or you can go behind the legs. And here, have your forehead on the floor. And you look like a turtle here. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. That camel is actually not that bad if you don't ask so much so quickly from yourself, I have to say. Yep. Leg extend, right leg straight, left leg cross over, twist to the left, inhale, length. Exhale, twist, belly go forward, chest go left. Long spine, like move your head back. Imagine you have a wall behind the back of the head and you press back. Inhale and twist. Now keep moving your left foot toward your right hip and stack your left knee over your right knee. Joy, if it seems like it doesn't feel good, get those left leg out. Plant it side by side with your right, and you have Paschimottanasana, and you bow forward. Okay? Or we go stack the knee, use a strap if you have to. Elongate the spine. Remember, get your chest forward toward the foot. This is intense. Yeah. Spread your right toes. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Now we go left ankle above the right knee, lean back. Use your hand to help you and drag your right leg in while you aim your left knee to the left, okay? And you're gonna get that right heel toward the hip as close as you are comfortable. You can lift the hip toward the heel. Don't round your back here. Your upper body strength is needed here. Don't round your shoulder, okay? If you struggle too much, lie onto your back and get your right leg toward your chest instead. And go up and down carefully. Please. Carefully extend the right leg out. Hug your left knee toward the chest. We're gonna get the left leg up toward the ceiling. Yeah. Use a strap or your own hands. Crouchasana. Don't round your back, don't round your shoulder. Elongate the spine. One more breath here. And get your left knee in. Now we're gonna get the strap go. We are going to do one leg both poses, okay? Extend your legs out or knees bend here, and you roll back and you go back and you kick your leg in front and you come up. You can bend the knee. Yeah, that's an easy one. Easier to do it this way. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 6, 7. Now you're gonna go back again, backward, but you are going to do the twist. So you're gonna turn your body to the left while you keep extending your left leg forward, and we do 7 of those. So you go extend, you turn your body to the left, and you come up. 1, you don't need to go so far back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay! And switch legs. Straight your left leg, cross your right over, twist to the right. Inhale, untwist. Get your right knee to stack on top of the left knee. Walk your right foot toward your left hip. Feel like it doesn't feel good. Extend your right leg next to the left and bow forward. Here we go. Elongate the spine. Just like, I cannot go forward. Use a strap, right? Make your arms longer. It's okay. And we go with the breath. Remember that your body is being breathed, so you have to let the breath move you. Don't be still, don't be stiff. Soften your jaw. Be supple. One more breath. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Now we drag the right foot in and have the right ankle above the left knee. Lean back, hand back behind you, or lie down onto your back. You either draw your left leg in while you're on your back and your leg is floating in the air and hug it, or do it this way, drag it in, and you need to use your upper body to lengthening your heart up to the sky. You see me lift my hip right here, because when you do that, you actually have more room to work with the spine, and then you can bring it back as well. That's the other way to kind of give yourself a little bit more room to move, so it doesn't go and try to move with so little room. It doesn't work when you're really tight. Remember, do what work with your body. I'm like, I cannot speak English right now, I have to tell you. It's like, blah, 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 blah. And I love myself. Like, love myself. Aphinya, did you just tell your students? Love yourself more when you don't show up the way you want it to be. Of course. And extend the left leg out, and we go the right leg up. That message is for me, for sure, because I am those type of people that always be hard on myself. I'm very good at that, and it's not healthy all the time. No, no, no. Last breath. Bend the knee. Here we go. One leg boat and half boat. Okay? Exhale. Inhale up. 6 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you don't need to go back so far. 6. You just have to go back enough. And now we twist, extend the leg, twist to the right. That your muscle is working. 1, 2, 3. When you get stronger, you can go deeper. 4, 5, 6, 7. Opening your legs apart. Upavista Konasana. Go forward. 1 breath at a time. Now we will get to stretch these adductor muscles. Oh my. It's like, sure, stretch me if you wish. Inhale, move up and away from the stretch. Draw your legs in. We're going to lie down onto the back now, so carefully. Then get into the floor. Safely. Go sideways is the safest thing to do, to go to the floor. Here. And you hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Drop your knees to the right. Breathe. Left shoulder grounded to the floor. One more breath here. Other side, please. Relax your jaw, shoulder. Allow yourself to be supported and be held by the greater energy, by your God. Know that your effort and his and her effort need to meet in the middle. Their give and take. They are the surrenderness and effort. Come up center, blocks underneath the hip. Underneath the sacrum, legs up to the sky. We don't know why you make the whole upside down, and we struggle greatly. But with trust, we open our heart and surrender to it. So we can gently and compassionately do our work to remain at peace, to choose happiness and love for ourselves and people around us. Let go of your shoulder, your ribs, your hips, your arms. Your jaw drops. May we not be angry because we cannot do what we used to do, but be more compassionate with the times that we have more for ourselves and others. May we learn stop to control things, but flow with life. Shavasana, please. Your Shavasana. But right now, I feel really cold. I'm gonna do my Shavasana with opening my heart here. Yeah, my shoulders are so tight. Get yourself into your Shavasana. Stay there as long as you wish. Yeah, that's Shavasana for me. And I will see you next week, everybody. Namaste.